Alright. Let's play some Miles Edgeworth. So I'm sure you guys already noticed it, but I am severely sleep deprived. So as you can tell, whenever I'm sleep deprived, I'm like 500 times more funnier, I think. So yeah, get your asses ready. My favorite one is a sandwich of a block of white something, and it's just labeled mystery meat sandwich. Sloppier, maybe. Ho-ho, it'd be like some cliche movie plot if she did. A cow. A cow bikini. Gavelles, you should put it on. A cow? Are we gonna have to cross-interrogate a crow now? Hi there, Mikuzu. Mr. Edgeworth, if you could perhaps ask her for a few more details? Will you shut up, man? No. Well, Kay, what can you tell us about this cow? It goes moo. I remember now. The person in the red raincoat. She had it in her hand. She had a cow in her hand? She must have a big ass cat hand. A stuffed cow! I can see it so clearly now! Ah! The president! Are you sure, Miss Faraday? Are you absolutely certain? Yes, I'm sure! I knew that was gonna become relevant at some point. Then, this court acknowledges the defendant's latest statement as new testimony. Objection! What kind of voice is that? Objection! Have you lost your mind, Verity? We can't accept testimony like this. With all due respect, Mr. Chairman, information pertaining to the victim and her possessions is, and also, bitch, you were like straight up just admitting that you like set her up for this crime. Shut your ass up. New and highly relevant evidence. Objection. Need I remind you of the addled state of her memory? No, this simply won't do. Addled? But if we claim her memory is unreliable now, then our own argument is weakened, sir. Yeah, bro, isn't it like against the law to have someone like testify in court when their like brain is addled? Like you would have to delay doing the case. I'm sure that would make you a bit upset, wouldn't it? You said yourself only a few minutes ago that thanks to the suspect's confession, we need not worry ourselves over the finer details, did you not? Please burn your beard. Were we to call the validity of her memories into question, then we must also call into question the confession on which our entire argument is based. The way the sprites are layered makes it look like he's about to burn her hand. Oh shit! Is that really the most advisable course of action? He's just lighting her hand on fire. Just taking it like a champ. Hope his entire head goes up in flames and he's bald. Please. I want him to have like the little baby explosion. Where like his whole head goes bald except for like this one swirly like piece of hair poking out of it like a little baby. That'd be awesome. You keep bringing up the law. Did you forget what series this is? Oh, speaking of, I got a summons in the mail. I am in trouble. I got a summons to the court next month on the 20th. I don't know if my family will be able to take me. I don't know if I can even get like an Uber down there because it's like $100 to get down to the courtroom where I'm at. So I might have to go on like a pilgrimage. I was like thinking about it and I'm like, oh, if they summon me, I'm gonna have to like go on a pilgrimage. I'm gonna have to like leave at like 7 p.m. and walk all day. Like I can't go to sleep. And then I get to the courthouse. I really hope that they don't summon me. Yes, yes, you're right. Proceed as you see fit then. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Cause I already used up my excuse last time. Cause I was like, yeah, I don't have transportation, and I don't have money, I don't have family willing to take me. And then they're like, okay, but next time we summon you, you have to go. I'm like, I'll think about this when you summon me next time. And now it's next time. You can probably just tell them, hey, I'm disabled, I can't just get there. Yeah, the letter that they gave me reasons to be excused, and me being disabled isn't on there. So that sucks. We're still in the game, but only by the skin of our teeth. And they like gave me like a bus pass, but I still have to get to the bus to take the pass. Alright, Edgeworth, I'm ready to edge. Are you all ready to edge? I'm ready to edge. Hey, Monsai Man. Wait, let me rephrase. No, don't rephrase. You had it perfect the first time. I love edging. And only thanks to Judge Gavelles' intervention. It's almost as if she was on our side for a second. I hope at the very least, whatever case I have to be in for jury, if they do call me in, I hope it's another serial killer. Because the last one that I sat in for was for the Golden State Killer. That was pretty cool. Not really, but it kind of actually sucked a lot. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, the stuffed animal. I believe the cow in question is this thing here, Your Honor. We found it in the storeroom, and believe it is yet another auction lot. What if he's like, I'm gonna serial kill the jury next? That's what you get for calling me in for jury duty. We all love edging. What makes edging more fun, though, is that we all edge together. Yeah, don't you guys just love coming in here to edge with me? I love it. This is why I like streaming. I love edging. I love the feeling when I edge with chat. Wait, that's... I meant the killer, not you. Oh. Dingus! Damn it. Well, that would be tragic. Do you know something, Gavelle? No, it's just not what I imagined. I suppose it is a rather odd thing for the victim to have been carrying. I should look it over carefully. He ain't got no horn on the other side. Maybe he's gonna claim that like a VTuber stole his design because he's missing a horn. The white horn seems intact, but I can't say it's doing much for the overall symmetry of this stuffed toy. Look, Mr. Edgeworth, it moves. It does? It sounds like sand being crushed? Is that something that happened? Was that oh yeah. It's the most recent VTuber drama that's happened. There's like this one VTuber that had like a demon girl, and like there was like this other person that does like adoptable VTuber designs, and instead of contacting her through like DMs and being like, hey, can you change the design a bit, she like quote retweeted the tweet, and she was like, you are stealing my design, even though, one, the skin isn't the same. Like, the original person had a completely different skin tone, had, like, scars on the body and stuff. Two, she said that the clothes were exactly the same. The clothes were not alike at all. And then one of her reasons was that the horn was broken on one side, even though it was just chipped on one of them. And on the other, it was completely broken off. And she was just like, oh, it was something. What a nothing burger. Yeah. And then like Her reaction to it, I think, was like the biggest thing. Like everyone was being like, "Please don't make drama about this. This is stupid," and she kept doubling down about it. Nothing burger, cause it's a cow plushie. It would seem there is a recording device hidden inside. Oh. Is I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. Oh? Is that why he carries around a lighter? Especially looks horny, but not as horny as it could be. Yeah, it could be hornier. You could have another horny. Nothing to say for yourself? I've waited so long for this day, and now I'll finally have my revenge. Ah! Could this be the moment of the murder? And someone made a recording of it. A burn, you say? Isn't there someone else that has a burn? And you know who carries around a lighter? Very interesting. Surely it's not the guy that has been flicking his lighter constantly and burning shit, right? No, I think they wouldn't just do that, right? Is this the plushie of that one president, the one of the first case? Yes, it is. Hey, that's them right there. Them's the voices I heard. Sure as eggs is eggs. But what if eggs isn't eggs? Lot of heart. Unfortunately, we have no way of verifying when these voices were recorded. It's possible they have nothing to do with the murder. If only there was some accompanying video footage. You got bugs near ears or something, lady? I done told you, them's the voices I heard. And we already know the victim was holding that thing, right? So it's gotta be from when she got. Yes, it is a possibility, but a weak one without more than your words to back it up. We need something more, something credible, and then she pulls out the video recorder. Someone else with the burn? Of course, Director Hardy. It's all your fault. It's always Director Hardy's fault. We need? Yet again, she seems to be stepping in help. Stepping in help? Which president has a plushie? Or was the president a furry? He did kind of look like a lion. So maybe. Judge Gavelles, I think we all know the voices are from the moment of the murder. Consider for a moment the words we heard one of the speakers say. I knew it was you the moment I laid eyes on you. You can't hide that burn from me. I believe we have something that could explain what these words are referring to, and how it all related. That was 2 years ago. It was not 2 years ago! When did I start playing this game? Like, a couple months ago? Which piece of evidence proves that the voices are from when the murder occurred? Lada's thing? It's either Lada's thing or the picture with the burn. Like, I want to submit the burn, but... 2 years ago. Umineko was 12 years. Damn. Okay, maybe it is the burn? The coroner's preliminary findings? How do they prove anything? Indeed. What on this page shows that the voices must be from the time of the murder? Is it this? The burn marks? Think again on the words we heard. This part in particular sticks out in my mind. You can't hide that burn from me. The victim had a prominent burn mark on the back of her right hand. And what of it? Says the guy holding a lighter very angrily. According to Kay's testimony, the victim was carrying the stuffed cow toy. This guy is so obvious. Oh my god, this idiot. And a burn mark, an identifying mark, unique to the victim, was mentioned on the recording it captured. Me when I kill someone by hitting them to death with like a nail and I show up to the courtroom carrying around a hammer covered in blood. It's just a coincidence. Stuff like that happens all the time, right? You know, people need to be clearer during their murder, just in case they're being recorded. It'll make Phoenix and Edgeworth's case so much easier. Ah, it's you! Insert killer's name here! Right in front of me, who lives at address here! You're here to kill me for insert motive here! Well, you won't get away with it, guys. I've always thought about that, Manzai Man. Because you've heard of cases where, like, during someone's stream, like, something happens, like, someone breaks in or something, and I'm like, what if I'm about to get killed? I've literally imagined the scenario of someone about to kill me, and me streaming, and me being like, chat, I live at this address, call the police. I've literally thought about that. Next game, we're getting a guy called Culprit. I killed everyone. Chat, the person that's killing me is this person, and I live at this place. I'm doxing myself. Please report me to the authorities. I'm not so sure that it does, especially not in this case. The court accepts that the recording may be from the time of the murder. In which case, one of the two voices must belong to the real culprit. And based on the content of the conversation, it seems likely that it's the one we hear the most. That still doesn't tell us anything about the killer's true identity, or even if they're male or female. Due to the voice changes, correct. Unfortunate, but unavoidable. I wonder if this guy carrying around a fucking lighter. One thing, however, has become clear. We are now able to say that the voices Miss Hart heard were those of Miss Ringer and her killer. Just like I done told you they was. We can say something else now, too. Then let's hear it. That is, if you don't mind, Mr. Chairman. Someone should invent a voice unchanger. Are they stupid? Yeah, they could do like that thing where people like scramble up an image and then they put it in like GIMP and do like the reverse of it. Do as you wish. According to Miss Hart, just before the murder occurred, like I remember there was like this, I forget if he was like a serial killer or something, and I think he like posted on 4chan like his face. And he like distorted his face whenever he posted something, and then someone just went on GIMP and like unreversed and it was just like a perfect. Oh, oh, they were so dumb. Two people came up to the storeroom from the committee chamber on the elevator. The ringleader and one of the auction attendees. It seems this was the point at which money exchanged hands. See, if I use like a service like that's just like that scene in the movie. Yeah, if I ever thought of being ballsy and like showing my face but also not showing my face because I'm quirky and evil, I would not just use one thing to like corrupt how I look. Because you can like background image search it or like manipulate it. Like I would manipulate it to the point of unrecognizability, like using multiple editing things for it. That I have thoughts about Fortron, but you have to admit, there's some of the best sleuths on the planet. Yeah. Like a lot of terrible stuff happens on that website. At the same time, they can be pretty good at figuring that stuff out. With Ice Cube. With Ice Cube. And the auction carried on after that. I love Ice Cube. All of which points to one key fact. I'm just imagining that guy from like Deltarune. What else does this latest revelation tell us? The ringleader was the victim. Yeah, the Ice Cube movie where he's like, oh no! The victim in this case is none other than the ringleader themselves. You sure about that, Brainiac? Auction carried right on after the deed got did, right? Oh, that's true. So they were the killer. Whoops. Whoops. They were the killer. Whoops. Mistake. Yeah, the ringleader was the killer. Huh. The ringleader. You know, I should have thought about that. So you should do a face reveal. Like, build it up for days. Then post a close-up of your face. And I mean really close-up, like your forehead. And that's it. That's honestly a great idea. I should do that. Otaku culture in Japan can be pretty crazy too. We'll clip about fan who found out where an idol lives based on a single reflection in her eyes in a selfie. She ended up murdered by him. Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy. Yeah, be super careful about the stuff that you post online. Stuff can be super identifiable. Like my rule of thumb is like if I go out somewhere and I take selfies of where I'm at, I wait like a couple hours till I'm gone before I post it anywhere. Cause by the time you're there, I'm well gone. Then it follows that they cannot be the victim. Hey, Gavelles! Not right now, Eustace. There's a good boy. And if they weren't the victim, then they can only have been the killer. A compelling argument, but hardly conclusive. I am fully aware of that, Your Honor. I was merely warming up for the main event. I see you're warming up too, Excelsius! There were certain traces left on the scene that seemed to suggest that the ringleader was the killer. Wait, Gavelles, call me a good boy too. I mean, what? Yeah, the way she was saying that, like... Damn, I should stop posting selfies with my full name, bank details, home address, and the names of all my loved ones. You know, you're not gonna post a selfie with my name on it anymore? Damn. It's the only way I get clout, Moggy. The only way I get clout is from your selfies. Then hurry up and show us. What is something that was placed on the scene that points to the ringleader as having been the killer? Something placed on the scene? This. This oh no, okay. I was thinking that could point to this guy, but I guess not. I thought that could point to it being from Excelsius, but... God, he's so mean. It's true, my famous 1 billion follower selfies. True. Yeah. Let me present it. Let me present it again. Okay, so it's not that. Ah, maybe? Maybe. The killer deliberately left a large pool of blood at the foot of the Goddess of Justice statue. Yeah, to like make them think the location was somewhere different. It was due to that blood that we originally thought the murder had happened in this chamber. Hey guys, welcome to my stream. Before we begin, we're doing a credit card unboxing. I'll be opening the mail with my new credit card live on camera, and then activating it live on camera. God. It's kind of sad to think that someone probably did do that at some point. But it was simply a ruse designed to cover up the blood that had dripped down from the storeroom. Weren't people actually doing that, though? Wait, really? Like, was that like a trend thing? Oh. In order to conceal the existence of the underground auction, correct? Correct. If the culprit had nothing to do with the auction, and they would have had no reason to cover up that blood. Wait, I was being purposefully absurd. Really? You know, sometimes life is wilder than fiction. I hope I'm wrong, but I feel like I'm right. Yeah, honestly, that feels like something someone would do, like really dumbly. Like some like TikTok streamer or something. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm being. I just think TikTok streamers. I have like a stereotypical view of them being pretty dumb, like that. I'm sorry to any TikTok streamers. Which further supports the theory that the ringleader and the killer were one and the same. And as to the identity of the ringleader, do you have anyone you'd like to name? That also sounds like something like a miner would do, because they don't know the gravity of it. I would not know about that. I do know of people doxing themselves when W Plays was popular. Yeah. I'm not sorry, TikTok streamers. I think you're dumb. Humans are stupid. That is true. If it were a credit card, then they could probably recover without any real loss. Debit cards are prepaid cards, though. Bye-bye money. Who'd you spammed in over my house? Yeah, I remember seeing, like, some people were, like, circling their house on W Place and being like, I live here. And I'm like, please. No. I get it. TikTok isn't all bad, but there's a large amount of bad. Yeah, the moment I saw Water Talk, my opinion of TikTok tanked. The auction is always held in this committee chamber, where its storeroom located just overhead. I don't like to generalize an entire group like everyone that streams on TikTok is dumb, but a large majority. At the very least, we know the murderous ringleader has some connection to the committee. By the way, not really dumb on the TikTok streamers part. Dumb on who did this to them. But did you guys hear about fucking Sylvanian families like suing a TikToker that made videos with their dolls? Did you guys hear about that? My opinion of TikTok tanked with the NPC streamers. I still don't get what that was. Eh? Oh my god, yes, I heard about it. It's so dumb. Like, what do you mean they can't make videos with their fucking dolls that they purchased from you? It's not like they're saying that they're like an official Sylvanian channel. They were just like, oh, you have Sylvanian in your TikTok name. You're misrepresenting our brand. Bro. Like, I feel like it probably drove up sales because of how popular the channel was. It actively makes people not want to buy Sylvanian families if you're gonna sue, like, that person for that, you know? Companies are unhinged. Yeah, Streisand effect. I heard something about that, but with furry costumes. Oh, really? I don't know anything that happened with the furry costumes. And you suspect me, correct? Oh, wait, are you talking about that one furry maker that, like, charges you if you post pictures of your furry costume? I do remember the Bones/No Bones Day. I remember there was, like, one furry that took, like, a photo shoot of them underwater. And, like, the person that made the suit for them was like, you can no longer use the suit or something like that. You can own our costumes, but we will suit. Yeah, I know, I heard about that story. Yeah, you rent the designs. Yeah, I heard about that. That's crazy. Especially because of how expensive fursuits are. They're like thousands of dollars. That's insane. Like, if I'm paying $5,000 for that furry suit, that shit's mine. I'm sorry. As the committee is the most powerful member, and that should hardly be a surprise, right? Objection. You're a fine prosecutor, that much I'll give you. But as I think I may have mentioned already, you're also hopelessly naive. Yeah, keep burning that stuff up just like you burned the victim's hand. You've got nothing, dear boy, have you? No evidence whatsoever. Bro, you are sitting here with a lighter while we're talking about a girl that got burned. You also run the committee while we're talking about a guy that, like, had an underground thing connected to the committee that has been going on for months on a secret floor that's unknown to the public, that's probably run by a person in the committee. Like, are you dumb? Unless you got something to share after all. I mean, my biggest fear of seeing a fursuit underwater is don't drown. Oh my god, that's probably heavy. Yeah, it's scary to think of that. How do you pronounce the name of this guy? Excelsius? I misread it, thought he called him Big Boy. I don't want to be called Big Boy by Excelsius. Who's my big boy? I'm gonna burn you. There's a building in NYC where you can only enter via a ticket. As part of the small print on the ticket, all photos you take inside are owned by the building owners. Huh. Like, I understand people that own, like, a building being like, please don't take pictures in here. But yeah. I mean, if he weren't dumb, do you think he'd be running a committee? You know, you're offering a very hard argument there. I wonder if anyone has a thing for Excelsius. Oh, I'm sure. If there is like a big fan base of people that like Manfred von Karma, I'm sure this guy's got some people that want it, right? Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer? I do! I have the evidence, all right. Evidence that proves you're the culprit. Fursuits and plate armor share the same weakness while being extremely expensive. What did this mean? Well, simply, suits of armor are just people's fursuits. Yes, Fire Emblem characters are all furries. Confirmed here. Oh, you do you? Well, do share. I can't wait to see it. Why do you think all the houses in Fire Emblem 3 houses are connected to animals? Checkmate! What proves that he's the murderer? I don't actually know what would prove that he's the murderer, honestly. I'm kind of talking out of my ass. The key card! Take that. Could you take a look at this for me, please? Manfred, I can see it. I can see it. This guy is constantly wet and hairy and on fire. Some people like people that are wet and hairy and on fire, though. Next Fire Emblem will just be Edelgard in a fursuit. They're all cosplaying as metal golems in that armor. Yeah, exactly. I'm looking, my boy, but I fear I'm not quite seeing it. You don't understand why this piece of evidence is so crucial? Honestly, no. Yeah, you know, I kind of pulled that out of my ass, but you seem to be pulling stuff out of your ass all the time, Excelsius, so I'm sure you can relate. I can't see how it's relevant at all. Considering how fucked you're gonna be in a few seconds. I do not have evidence. Face it, dear boy, you don't have anything on me. Do I have any evidence to show that Chairman Winner is the murderer? I don't think I do. It was Chairman Winner himself who brought up the fact that I suspected him. I'm pretty sure Edelgard does have a Fire Emblem Heroes unit where she's dressed as a golem. Wait, really? That's cute. He seemed confident right from the get-go that he's untouchable. Which means he knows. He knows I have nothing. Oh ho ho! Well, Miles, my boy. Time to pay the piper. I've always wanted to say that. This guy is just speaking like such an obvious villain, bro. Hello? Is anyone listening to this? Is anyone recording this? Does this room have any cameras set up at all in an official government building? Especially considering that he literally confessed to doing shit while I was in jail, which should have a recording system? Verity, he's all yours. Be gentle, sweet Verity. Wait, dang it. I just remembered something. You forget which series this is. Huh? Did you have amnesia too? No, it just done came to me. Flash of inspiration, you know how it is. Very well. Say your piece. Objection. What are you doing, Verity? Mr. Edgeworth has made it clear that he won't give up until every last lick hope has been extinguished. So extinguish we must, lest he try to drag us through this excruciating process again in the future. Yeah, what she said. I don't quite get it, but it sounded pretty cool. Don't worry, Dad. I'll help Gavelles bring this to a winning finish. I'll show them how wrong they are. Weirdly, I kinda think Lotta's cute. Like, she's not drop dead gorgeous, but I like her. Yeah, I can kinda see the appeal of Lotta. Like, she's done some stuff in, like, the past games that makes me not like her too much. But I'm okay with her. I can see why people would think she's cute. Will someone shut up the Voltron character on HRT? Bro! Fine. Let's hear what the witness has to say. You heard the chairman, Miss Hart. If you would be so kind. Well, alright then. Here goes nothing. The facts, Miss Hart, and nothing but the facts, please. Don't you worry your pretty little head on that front. I'm a journalist. Truth's my middle name. Are you sure about that? You said you're a journalist. Color me officially worried. So, the ringleader's the killer, right? Which makes the victim one of them auction goers. The thing is, that don't add up. I counted 11 people coming down that hatch, see? And then the murder happened, and then the auction started back up again. Now, I had me a look back downstairs right after that. No. And wouldn't you know it, there were 11 little duckies all lined up in a row again. Whoops. How? And you're sure of this, Miss Hart? Sure as sure can be, your Gavelleship. So I'm with my own two peepers. So, 11 before the murder, and 11 again right after means... Wait, that's a thingy! a contradiction, Eustace. Do try to keep up. Miss Hart, did nothing really change at all? Well, maybe someone took a different one? I done told you already. They carried right on again like nothing even happened. Oh, set for... It was nothing much, but... What is it? That little mallet doodad. Can't have yourself an auction without one. Kinda like the one Missy over there's got, but different. The auctioneer's hammer? That's the bunny. That's me. I'm the bunny. I done heard that thing banging and clanging right the way through, then nothing. Just like that. So, the noise of the hammer stopped midway through. Could it have something to do with the murder? If what Miss Hart is telling us is true, we have something of a problem. Namely, that if the victim is neither the auctioneer nor one of the attendees, your entire theory cannot stand, Mr. Edgeworth. The noise of the hammer stopped halfway through, though. Of course. It all points to Heidi. Of course. I should have known. Chalk one up for justice. Eat that, Edgeworth. Yeah, I guess Eustace does look like... What is her name? Pidge? I never watched Voltron. See, Mr. Edgeworth, there really was nothing we could do. Do you think Gavelle ever hits herself in the forehead by mistake? I hope so. Shut up! You're the one that started it, Lennox! No, there must be something we're overlooking. Something we still don't have an explanation for. I just need to think. And if I can't, Kay is... Ain't Voltron that one series where, like, someone, like, took a photo of, like, sketches of characters and posted it on Tumblr, and then they were like, please take it down, and they did. And, like, one person kept holding on to it and posting it on Twitter, being like, please make my ship, like, threatening them, like, if you don't make my ship canon, I won't delete this. Alright, kids. Do we finally have all our answers now? If so, then I expect you to make good on... Ooh. One moment, sir. I worry that it might still be a little early to pass judgment. Gavelle, are you out of character right now? You're usually, like, really eager to pass judgment. After all, we have one more matter yet to resolve. And until we do, we cannot claim complete and total victory over Mr. Edgeworth. This is surprising. In every other case, you would have been totally cool with that. Is that not so, Mr. Edgeworth? Frankly, I expected you to have raised your voice by now. A loud hold it, perhaps. Oh, yes, of course. And once again, she has rescued us from the jaws of defeat. Very well. Let's get this over with, shall we? What is this one matter that still remains? I always wanted to pick up Eustace and hang him like a hanger by the hook on his head by his ahogi. This poor guy. Everyone tortures this guy. Why, the contradiction in the coroner's report, sir. It is? I stopped following after like 2 seasons. That sounds about right. I never watched it. Yeah, I saw so many people on like Tumblr that were watching it, and also like so many people were like unhinged about it that it actively made me not want to watch it. That's... I'm back with the witnesses, Your Honor. What's this all about? Why'd you call us back down here? I liked what I saw, but I had a lot of schoolwork at the time. Yeah, it kind of looks like Avatar adjacent, kind of. That reminds me, I need to watch She-Ra at some point, because I heard She-Ra's really good. Did somebody suddenly fall ill? I'll have a compress ready and 2 shakes of a... Ouch! Gavelle wants me to raise my voice for her? I'll happily do it. I mean, what? Something makes me think that Manzai Man has feelings for Gavelle. I don't know how I could figure that out, but just a feeling. This better be good. Did somebody else drop dead? Well, they might soon wish they had. Wait, I did watch like a few episodes and didn't really care for it. I see. Dr. Hertz, Miss Needler, thank you for coming on such short notice. Let me assure you, this won't take long. I think it'd be faster to list the female characters in Ace Attorney I didn't have a thing for. True. There's so many good characters in the series. Quit trying to butter me up and cut to the chase, will ya? Of course. We summoned you here to confirm something. It wasn't really like Avatar. Maybe more like a light symbiotic titan? Ah. I guess I was just kind of judging by the art style, I guess. Because it's very different. Because it's like a mecha anime. What is Judge Gavelle up to? I like She-Ra though. Yeah, I've seen... It feels like people are generally positive about She-Ra. And the people that aren't tend to be the people whose opinions I don't really care about. Dr. Hertz, this court asks that you provide the unabridged truth regarding the following. Do you stand by your preliminary findings? Can you vouch for the complete and total accuracy? Grandma doesn't make mistakes, ever. That's strange. Huh? What do you mean? In the course of this trial, an error was indeed found in her report. And so, I ask again for the truth, Dr. Hertz. Did you alter, tamper with, or in any way falsify your findings? Like, I wouldn't say I loved it or anything, but it was a good watch. Speaking of, I gotta watch more Craig of the Creek. I did watch more Bocchi the Rock, by the way. I got to the drunk bass lady. I got to her showing up. That's awful. How can you even say that? What are you asking me for? Why the heck would I want to do that? Why is Needler so cute? To help the true culprit, of course. As if I'd know anything about all that. I just know I didn't do anything of the sort. Then that seems doubly strange. What other explanation could there be for the discrepancy in your report? Mr. Edgeworth, I wonder if you might have any thoughts on the matter. Bocchi the goat. It's not like you to be coy, I must say. Why does she keep taking charge and helping me? I like Needler. I think I have a thing for her. Yeah, me too, Manzai. Needler is just, like, adorable. And also, she's, like, a very caring kind of person. I feel like I tend to, like, kind of have a thing for, like, must have like a mom complex or something. Because I tend to like the characters that are like very caring and like motherly. It just makes me want to be under their care. I need to keep reading the manga of the drunk girl. Oh yeah, she's got like a spin-off manga, huh? I still don't know what she's trying to do, but I'll happily take what I can get. If everything was recorded accurately and then handed off to Mr. Winner according to the protocol. Speaking of, did Bocchi the Rock get a second season? Because the website I was on showed like Bocchi the Rock second season, but I didn't hear anything about it. So I wasn't sure if that was like fake. No? Okay, so they faked me out. And then the report shouldn't contain any mistakes. Wait. For the record, I didn't do anything to the report. I guess we'll see, won't we? And Dr. Hertz, perhaps we could begin with your side of the story? Or at least I didn't hear anything. Yeah, I feel like Bocchi the Rock was pretty popular. So I feel like if it got a second season, like, a lot of people would be talking about it. Oh, why do I even need to? This is pointless. I'll be the judge of what's pointless, thank you very much. We have patients waiting back at the hospital. But Grandma, ouch! I really don't have time for this. Won't you please help us? I can't stress how important this is. Grandma says she'll testify. But could you please make it quick? If we're not back soon, people will suffer. And yet you had no qualms about taking your time and buying cotton candy the last time we saw you. We'll let you go as soon as we can, I promise. Assuming you tell us the truth, that is. Oh, is this old lady lying? So-called mistake in the report. No way there's a mistake in Grandma's report. Never. I've been dealing with the dead longer than you've been alive, Sonny Jim. Me writing something wrong is about as likely as out. Oh, that reminds me, that thing we were talking earlier about how they needed to have people, like, say, like, the name and address of someone as they're getting killed. Reminded me how, in Trauma Team, there's a very Phoenix Wright-inspired game mode called Forensics. And the character in that, at the start of every case, she has, like, a phone that gets phone calls from, like, the spirits of whoever died. And you get to hear, like, their last sentence before they die. And it's never anything helpful. And what the heck do you think I'd stand to gain by doctoring a file, Don't make a lick of sense. And that's all she has to say. Nothing funky here. See? It's just as I thought. There's no chance the good doctor doctored her findings. Trauma Team! I had a thing for Kamishima and Maria. Yeah, I loved Kamishima. Kimishima and Maria. Maria was the EMT one, right? Yeah, I had a thing for Kimishima and Little Guy. And you swear by the Holy Goddess that this testimony is true? Of course! Grandma's never told a lie in her... Objection! Your opinions are not necessary, Nurse Needler. Your grandmother is the subject of this inquiry, not you. Yeah, God, the forensics mode in that game was well worth the purchase just by itself. Like, if they just released forensics as its own game, I would buy it. It's that good. And the fact there's like 4 other... Was there 4 or 5? Other, like, gameplay modes? It's crazy. Yeah, Maria Torres. Okay, yeah, so the EMT. I remember her, yeah. Everyone kept making jokes that she's just TA from Persona 4. I wish they'd release the series. Yeah. Atlas has so many good IPs that they keep in jail. Not necessarily? That's not fair. I'm the only ally poor Grandma has. Go ahead and shout objection left and right. But you best be prepared then, Mr. Ex-Prosecutor. I feel like now with the Switch 2 is like a perfect time to release more Trauma Center games. Or at least do remakes. Oh, I'm more than prepared. I'm ready to expose the truth behind the error in the report. Alright, let's press ya. Use that mouse, Atlas. Maybe they could even use the virtual boy. While you do surgery. You gotta go and look through like the little thing while you do surgery. Yeah. Same hat. Never. You're saying that Dr. Hertz is infallible. You could perhaps do cool stuff with mouse control for Etchy and Odyssey too. Oh yeah. That'd probably make like filling in your maps and stuff a bit easier. She has to be. A doctor can't afford to make mistakes. Even a veteran like Grandma would be out of a job if she messed up even once. So there's no way she of all people would... I got a whole hospital relying on me. Might be you can bungle your work and survive, mister, but I can't.
Hold it.
And you've really never made a single mistake in all that time.
A doctoring's all about experience. The longer you've been at it, the better you get.
If only the same were true of prosecuting. Chairman Winner would be the best in the business. But I think we can all agree that that's not the case. Ooh. Oh, you really are devil, Miles. But you're also quite wrong. I've never once made a mistake either. Oh, you know who else didn't make a mistake? Manfred von Karma. You know where he's at? Jail. After all, I have people to do that for me. Oh, that sounds so nice and good. I'm too busy for foul-ups. Luckily for me, I don't have to make them. Isn't having people just grand?
Don't you go trying to make doctoring and lawyering sound the same. They ain't nothing alike. Nothing alike, I tell you. Hold it.
Hate that she keeps hitting her with her like stick thing. Poor girl. The victim appears to have put this raincoat on after sustaining the head injury. And yet, there was not a single drop of her blood in the chest area of the raincoat. Therefore, she must have been hit in the head before she was stabbed in the chest, making it pre-mortem.
Oh, that's ouch! I don't need you to teach me how to suck eggs, young man. I'm gonna suck eggs right now. My dang report already says what you just said, don't it?
Oh.
Objection.
It doesn't actually. Your report states that the head injury appears to have been sustained post-mortem. Which is the exact opposite of what I just said. Suck eggs? Yeah, she's gonna suck eggs right now. Right in front of you.
Oh, sure. I diligently dictated that report to Florence here, and she wrote it all down just like I said. If something happened to it after that, weren't nothing to do with me.
You dictated it. If you could please tell me more.
Hold it.
So Florence maybe doctored it? Just so we're on the same page, what were your conclusions regarding the body?
Well, like I said, ouch! Sorry, it was, death from a good hard knock to the noggin.
And can you say for certain when that knock happened, Dr. Hertz?
Pre-mortem, of course. Just swoon happened after the poor girl died. I told Florence that, and she wrote it right down. So that's what it says in my danged report.
That may be what you told her, but I think we're finally getting to the truth. Okay, so yeah, she changed it.
Hold it!
You may not have stood to gain anything from it, but what about your granddaughter?
Me? I didn't stand to gain anything either. Never mind her. What about your little friend over there, She'd stand to gain something for sure. Look at you trying to accuse my sweet, innocent Florence of wrongdoing. Yeah, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I wish you'd tell that to Chairman Winner. So the report was changed. In other words, doctored. Dr. Hardy. It's all lining up now. We got that big old corkboard with all the red threads stringing together.
Anyhow, nobody doctored that report, you hear?
I think I know what I need to do, but
Hold it!
we'll keep pressing. Did anything stand out as strange to either of you when you were examining the body?
Let's see. Huh? What's that, Grandma? Pretty strange young fella showed up, that's for sure.
A strange man? Who?
Dressed like a danged fool he was. All frilly round the neck and such. Me? And the dangest thing of all, even though we all knew the idiot boy was about to get fired, he still insisted on messing with my scene.
Do you not know who's talking to you right now?
That's right, I'm talking about you, mister. Ruffle-necked ruffian, crimson-suited creep. Oh, so Mr. Edgeworth is a ruffian and a creep?
Yes, he does watch Fuamoko. Those are not words you need to commit to memory, Kay.
Dr. Hertz. Doesn't sound like she's lying.
No. But she only communicates through her granddaughter. I should probably try to make sure that Nurse Needler is being truthful too. Alright, let's see. It was... Is it this? I think it was this.
Yeah, coroner's findings.
Wrong. Dr. Hertz, I'd like you to take a look at the report for yourself.
Oh, I'll read it to... Youch!
Oh.
This ain't what I said. This ain't what I said at all.
What? What do you mean exactly?
Stop hitting her.
Oh.
I don't know. But I can't say that.
Miss Needler, if you're attempting to bury Dr. Hertz's truth, I will gladly hear her confession myself on behalf of the Goddess of Justice. Dr. Hertz seems to be telling Judge Gavelles something in private. What? I see. Very well. Allow me to relay to everyone what you have just told me.
Ain't no doubt about what I said. I dictated my findings to Florence just like I told you I did. The fuddle-headed young thing must have wrote it down wrong or something. Wow, that was a great impression.
Yes, but was it really necessary? She's kinda got moe. So, in summary, there's an error in the report. And it was all because of you, Nurse Needler. The true facts have now been shown to be the head injury occurred prior to the chest wound. The question now, Miss Needler, is why did you introduce such an error? Just admit it, Verity. Make it sound as if the poor girl did it deliberately.
And what if she did?
Whereas it seems to me she just made a little mistake.
A mistake that made everything completely wrong?
Pre-mortem, post-mortem. They're practically the same word, don't you think?
I think only a kindergartner would follow that line of reasoning, sir.
Except they mean two completely opposite things. This was deliberate, no doubt about it.
But why would she want to change it? Exactly! Thanks, Kit! Ouch! You won't get away that easy. Explain yourself, young lady.
I like how she's saying that even though she's talking to her.
But Grandma,
You submitted a falsified report, an act that led to Kay being accused of murder. You owe us an explanation.
I can't tell you. She was being threatened, wasn't she?
No, not don't want to, but can't. This is really rather unpleasant, don't you think? Ganging up on this poor, considerate girl who's only looking after her grandmother.
She literally lied. Excelsior, shut your ass up.
She has nothing to do with anything. She simply made one tiny mistake, so why not leave it there?
Okay, then let's talk about the fact that that was a lie and that they completely messed with our things. Let's go into that line of reasoning, huh?
Objection!
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Because the only person her testimony would hurt is you.
This dude is just a rage baiter, man. He really is. He looks like those, little... What do they call them? Like the guys pointing.
What on earth do you mean, my boy? Seeing as you're now a de facto ex-prosecutor, you're going to need to explain yourself better than that. I'd be happy to. I'll even spell it out for you. Nurse Needler's role in the crime is very important because...
she's a co-conspirator.
Nurse Needler doctored the report in order to cover for her accomplice. Oh, she's a co-conspirator, this innocent young thing. Do share your grounds for making such a wild accusation, dear boy. The murder couldn't have been committed by one person working on their own. Without at least two people, it wouldn't have been possible to...
maintain attendee numbers? Like, that's why it kept continuing, maybe? Why the auction was able to continue?
If the auctioneer was the murderer and the victim was one of the attendees, the fact that a witness testified to there being 11 attendees even after the murder doesn't make sense.
Hey, watch it! Y'all gotta call my good word in the question now, too?
That's not what I meant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. I'm taking you at your word, which means that there must be a co-conspirator. I know it's hard, my boy. Sometimes you just have to accept that you were wrong.
Yeah, how about you accept it then, buddy? Bucko? Fucko? Just take the L, man. It's so obvious you're the killer.
I wasn't wrong. I just hadn't considered the possibility of the killer having an accomplice. But as soon as we do, things start to fall into place. If the killer's accomplice returned to the auction room in place of the victim, there would indeed have been 11 attendees, both before and after the murder.
Burn your beard! Burn your beard!
Well, well, so that's your thinking, is it? Certainly an intriguing theory. Surely the imposter would have been spotted right away.
You're mighty defensive, Excelsius. Sounds like this is really personal to you, buddy.
I don't imagine that Nurse Needler looks strikingly different from the victim in build and stature. With the help of a mask, she could very easily have replaced Miss Ringer without anybody noticing. Well, Nurse Needler, is that what happened? Did you take the victim's place at the auction?
I wouldn't do something like... Why is her grandma sweating too?
Now tell us, the ringleader. Who were they?
I can't tell you. I just can't. It hurt Grandma too. Ow! Well, you got hurt. So only fair, right? But Grandma... Don't you worry about me. I can take it. You just tell me everything, child. But...
Oh my god. So, I was right. She was an accomplice.
Miss Needler, why?
Well, Miss Needler, can you explain yourself?
Oh, at least she got her hair back up. Huh? Uh-huh. Oh, thank you, Grandma, but I'm alright now. I confess it. I changed places with Miss Ringer.
So, you admit that you were working with the ringleader?
How about you say who the ringleader is, then? Yes, I was helping them. I don't know how, but... they found out Miss Ringer was going to attack them.
Oh, was that like what she meant by taking revenge? The culprit is going to be attacked by the victim.
They seemed pretty sure it was going to happen that night, so they made a counter plan. They wanted to strike first, and they wanted me to help them. I was told to go to the storeroom before the auction began and wait there.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Sorry. I was pulling up my phone and it started playing a video. Whoops.
Now, hold on right there, Missy. I don't see nothing. My eyes don't lie. If you'd have been there from before the auction, I would have bumped right into you. I was there the whole way through. You weren't there for a bit of it. But I'm not lying.
Well, that's easy for you to say. But you were lying about altering that report only a few minutes ago.
Okay, Professor Egad, get to jail with the...
I think we're all well aware of the number of potential hiding places in that storeroom. Are we? Where exactly are you trying to say our friend the nurse was hiding,
Nurse Needler hid here while she was waiting in the storeroom.
Oh,
in the box? Was she hiding in there?
Take that! She hid inside this clothes box.
Oh, she did she? Yeah, because it was all chained up at the start. And then it wasn't later. Because she got out. And then he had to get us pin! Clearly! Well, it was there the whole time. Even before I mows it on in. But like I done told you, it had all them chains around it. Wanted to hide in there myself, really, but it was locked up tight, so I had to go elsewhere.
Damn, she's good. She can hide in a yatakarasu pin, dang. She can contort. I imagine that's because Nurse Needler was already lying in there by the time you'd arrived.
That's right. We didn't want anybody to open it, or it would have really blown our cover. So the ringleader told me to climb in and wait until it was time for my part of the plan. And then they wrapped the whole box up in chains.
Hopefully they gave you some food while you were in there, damn.
I think they took the elevator downstairs not so long after. It was just before the auction was due to start.
And so the auction was beginning, and you and Miss Hart would have been the only people in the storeroom.
Yeah, I think so.
The ringleader was Apollo's dad. Which one? He's got like 3 of them. He came back from the dead. The auction proceeded as it always did, until a certain customer came upstairs to complete her purchase. That's when the incident occurred. Miss Hart overheard the victim and the culprit exchanging words around then.
You betcha. I was behind that statue there, shaking like a dang leaf the whole time.
In the middle of their quarrel, Miss Ringer was killed by the auctioneer. I imagine that the auctioneer then carried Miss Ringer's body over to the clothes box, from which Nurse Needler emerged and swapped places with the victim. Damn, you're a nurse and you're cool swapping places with a dead body? That's crazy. After placing Miss Ringer's body inside the box, ain't you supposed to have taken a Hippocratic oath? Nurse Needler's role now was to pretend to be Miss Ringer. And the 2 of them then returned to the room below as if nothing had happened. Does that about sum up what happened in the storeroom, Nurse Needler?
Yes, in fact, that's exactly what happened. Hold up, so you just waltzed right back on in and nobody noticed? This is 2 completely different people we're talking about. You're telling me not a one of the other folks down there at the auction caught it on?
Why would they? The other auction goers had no reason to notice the difference when Nurse Needler entered because she'd stolen... she stole the victim's clothes? No, because she still had that outfit on. So I don't think it would be that. Unless she did? Because I don't know if she could imitate her. It could be that she imitated her. Can I look at the photo?
Yeah, because she's still wearing that outfit there. But then again, when she met up with Kay, she was wearing the jacket, so we can't actually tell. I'm gonna go with she was imitating the victim. Oh, hey there, Jackie!
She did her best impression of Miss Ringer and her mannerisms. With her face covered, who would have noticed the difference?
You're yanking my chain, right? Anybody who took one look at what else she was wearing, that's who.
Okay, yeah, so she had to have stolen the clothes. And that does line up with the whole red coat thingy, too. Yeah, she stole her clothes. As we've seen, Miss Ringer and Nurse Needler are about the same build.
Oh, is that why?
There was like a problem with like the stab wounds on the suit. Because someone was wearing it for parts of it. What's more, the auction rules required attendees to wear their masks at all times. If Nurse Needler were wearing the same clothes as Miss Ringer, nobody would have been any wiser.
No, and they weren't. I borrowed Miss Ringer's clothes and ouch! And left the poor child in her smells? How do you know respect, girl? No, Grandma, I thought the same thing. It wouldn't be nice to leave her like that. So when the ringleader wasn't looking, I put that raincoat on her.
Okay. That's how Miss Ringer came to be wearing it. Wait, so she got away from getting attacked in the raincoat, and then he came back and finished her, maybe? Thus, the auction was able to carry on as before, because her hand was covered in blood. Guess the part where I caught the red raincoat on film just came after.
Yeah, must be. And it all makes sense. Right after that was when I went on over and looked downstairs through the gap in the elevator. Spied me 11 happy little auction goers, then back I snuck to my little hidey hole.
Don't tell me you were hiding back there the entire time after that.
Well, that's, not exactly.
What is it? Did something happen?
So, maybe I ought to mention this before, but I fell asleep for a few winks after that. Well, passed out, unconscious, you might say.
So someone knocked you out? What? What happened? And you just did not mention that you got assaulted.
Oh, nothing much. Kinda silly, really, but, there was this sudden loud noise, and it startled me just a little bit, you know. You got attacked! And you just didn't think to bring that up? Alright, maybe more than a little. But I just witnessed a murder. Can't blame a girl for getting jumpy.
Lotta, I swear to God.
Guess that got my heart shook and my head faint. Before I knew it, I was out like a light.
You should have told us that that happened. You're not a reliable narrator, Lotta.
By the time I came to, it was the next dang day, and there y'all were clanking down that ladder. So then,
your witness report doesn't matter because you were passed out for bits of it. I see. So you were startled by a loud noise and fell unconscious. I suppose that means you don't know what happened after that.
Not per se, but, well, after the auction was over, all the masks were back on the rack. I don't know why they even let this woman in the courtroom.
Yeah, you'd think after all the times that she's, you know, lied in a courtroom, like made mistaken statements, that everyone would be like, yeah, no, you're banned. You're banned. No one cares.
So I reckon the guests done finished up and filed out one by one like they were supposed to.
She is buying time. She is a pro yapper. Nurse Needler, once the auction had restarted, what exactly were you doing? Her testimony is always dodgy 90% of the time. She just wants that attention. Does it for the love of the game at this point. She's gotta do something to get ratings, right?
I was pretending to be Miss Ringer and placing bids, just as the ringleader wanted. I had to win the clothes box as I'd been instructed. It had a dead body inside, after all. Imagine if somebody else had won it. We would have been in real trouble then.
So, you had no idea that the victim had vacated the box in the meantime. I'm shocked she isn't in jail next to Daddy Von Karma. You know, she kind of should be, like, at least jailed up for a little bit for, like, the whole, like, perjury thing. or whatever they call it, lying in court. I feel like that should be a little punishable if you're a repeat offender and have serious ramifications because of it.
No, not until we came back up so I could pay for it. That was when we noticed.
God forbid women have hobbies. And am I right? Women. Am I right, fellas?
The ringleader told me to go look for her right away. Except, I found some other girl collapsed at the foot of the ladder instead.
Women. So true. Okay.
Yes, she must have fallen from up on the roof and been knocked unconscious.
A lot of people have been getting knocked unconscious in this case that we just have not been bringing up. Huh, lot of hearts? Whammon. Why was that? Why is that held by Twitch?
Guess the victim must have left that hatch wide open, huh?
That would explain it. Wait, what, Automud? Were that held? Yeah, it held whammon. It held your post. For some reason. I don't know why. Kay would have been so shocked by seeing Miss Ringer fall motionless right in front of her. Wayman. But she wouldn't have seen the open hatch and fallen right through it. That explains the noise that caused you to faint as well, Miss Hart. God forbid whammon do anything. It was the sound of Kay crashing and landing onto the storeroom floor. It's a funny way that PewDiePie said woman like once even. Whammon.
Yeah, I suppose. Can't believe something like that done knocked me out for so long, though.
Yeah, no, I don't think that was the cause of her passing out for that long. I think someone might have attacked her. Apparently, Automod considers it misogyny, which... Wait, is that like a term people use for misogyny? Like, specifically misspelling women as whammon? Is that a thing? So, in summary, by the time Miss Needler found Kay, you were already sound asleep behind the statue. Women. That's okay. Yeah, but not whammon, apparently. Whammon? Can't have that. Woman. What about He-Man? Ain't that like a body part? Doubt it. Whoa, man. He-Man.
Yeah. Sure. So I found Kay. And next I found Miss Ringer. And I put them both in the clothes box.
V-Man. Sounds like a Digimon. V-Mon.
We couldn't risk any of the auction goers seeing them. And that would have caused a real hullabaloo.
I was trying to say men in a funny way, cause men was boring. Can. V-Mon is a Digimon? Oh! Well. Was that your idea? Or the ringleaders? Wait, is that the one with the big V on its head? Is that V-Man?
There's...
Perhaps. I should have known.
But putting the raincoat on Miss Ringer was my own idea.
You wouldn't believe his Japanese name. V-Mon. Holy shit.
So I tried to get rid of it before they found out what I'd done.
What was the guy that, like, controlled that Digimon in, Cyber Sleuth? I remember liking that guy.
And lastly,
I can't even get offended. of it if someone said it unironically and mean-spiritedly. It's such a silly way to call women. It's hard to take it seriously. Yeah. Oh yeah, Veemon's the one that does the peace sign, isn't it?
V. The ringleader and I put her in an auctioneer's outfit we prepared.
Of course. Which completed the deception and made everyone think she was an auctioneer. I was thinking of someone else. There's like this other Digimon. There's another Digimon with a V on it. Other than Veemon. He's like a big guy. Like his head just has a big ass V. And it's purple. I think his body's like black or something. I was thinking of Anja Woman for other reasons. Completely understandable. Also has a sick ass gold form. I'd not think about it too hard. Twitch doesn't let you say gay sex. True.
All in all, the auction finished up without anybody noticing anything. And that was that.
Now that we know the extent of your crimes, Nurse Needler. Gex. You should always think of Anja Woman for any reason. So true. If you have anything further to share, I'd advise you to do so immediately.
I wish I could tell you more, but I'm sorry. That's all I know. Oh, except for one other thing. It did seem a little strange, I guess. When I was browsing Miss Ringer's clothes, I took everything I could, but I couldn't take her hair, obviously, so... Ouch!
You're dang right you couldn't take her hair. What kind of medical professional are you? That's where you draw the line? So taking her clothes was okay?
Our hair was totally different. The style, the length, everything. I kinda panicked. The ringleader thought of everything, including wigs. 2 of them, in fact. There's a straight one and a wavy one. They're both stashed in the clothes box.
2 wigs. But why?
So we could snatch that wig, obviously. Psh. Right? I wondered that too. I thought maybe they were worried she might have changed up her style. Anyway, I took the straight one. That was the one that matched her hair on that day.
Leaving a wavy wig in the box. Okay. That's everything you know. There's nothing else you're forgetting?
No? Huh? No, really, Grandma. That's everything.
And I take it that you really have no idea who the ringleader might be?
Sorry, I only know that they were in charge of the auction. I didn't see them without their mask on. And they were pretty careful to keep their identity a secret from everyone, except for the fact that he kept playing with his lighter. That's really weird, isn't it?
Ugh. If I can't get something concrete on them. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Well, Miles, are we about done?
Why are you laughing, buddy?
You've proven the nurse was part of the murder plot. But sadly for you, it doesn't change a whole lot.
It does change that it's definitely not Kay, you idiot.
Because it does nothing to prove that Kay Faraday isn't the ring. Yes, it does! Yes, it does! You idiot! Injustice must prevail. We can't change the law, even for your sake. She was inside of a box! You dummy! Is this it? Am I not going to be able to save Kate? Use your brain cells for 5 seconds, Miles. Lock in.
Objection!
Franziska, what are you doing here? As I told you before, Miles Edgeworth, where the case leads, I follow. upon karma. There she is. Your dedication is an inspiration to us all. But don't go getting the wrong idea, little brother. Oh, she calls her little brother. Oh, she calls him little brother. Oh my god. That's cute. I like your Francisco voice. Oh, thank you. I'm only here to deliver the truth regarding the suspect. I'm certainly not here to forgive you for abandoning the way of the prosecutor. I know a lot of people give her a German accent, but I never got that vibe. Yeah, like, I can kind of see why people do that. But, like, I don't know. I'm also, like, really bad at German accents. I bet you she calls him Ototo. That's so cute. I like that she calls him little brother, even though he's older than her. Because maybe she thinks of it that way because, like, she was there first. Like, she was raised by Manfred first, and then Edgeworth came in, so she thinks of him as her little brother. That's so cute, actually. I understand that. You should thank your former subordinate for what I'm about to share. Also, I want her to call me little brother. I mean, what? Yeah, like, I get it's because she was at Germany beforehand, but it's not like she lived there all her life. Also, LMAO. Yeah. I get why people do that, but I don't know. I just don't really see it. Maybe she's taller. I don't think she's taller. In his desperation to help Kay Faraday, he gave me a valuable piece of information. Detective Gumshoe did that. Prepare yourself, Miles Edgeworth, for the final piece of the puzzle. Yeah, I already played... I need a break from doing German accents because I tried doing that for Clavier, and I failed hard. And I know Clavier is gonna appear in future games, so I need to enjoy it while it while it lasts. Rosie Ringer's head wound was the first of the injuries she suffered, not the second. Yeah, I think that was the case when I watched the anime. She 100% calls him little brother because she was there first. That's so cute. What color is her hair? I constantly debate whether it's gray or blue. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like an icy blue, in my opinion. Silver, in my opinion? Well, someone say something. Yes, there's no easy way to say this, Franziska, but we already proved that ourselves. You... what? Yes, just a few minutes... She is 162 centimeters, and Miles is 178 centimeters. I figured. Miles seems like he's a bit taller. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? You didn't exactly give us a chance. And I suppose you know about the motor weapon, too. No, not yet. Good. Then listen up. But in dog years, she's probably still taller, or something. Well, you see, if my height is in dog years and yours is in human years, I'm bigger. Ha! The victim was struck on the head with a blunt object bearing a circular surface. Got a week off of my hellhole of a job. Oh, hey, Kamada! Enjoy your break. Oh my god. Yeah. Take it easy. And the wounds to the chest were actually inflicted post-mortem. A circular surface. Objection. And you're certain of that, I assume. Your sources are above board. And two trusted medical professionals reached the same conclusion independently. You couldn't ask for more. Objection. Objection. That's certainly good to hear, but oh, blah, blah, blah. Everyone keeps interrupting each other. Of what? I am the prosecutor in charge of Interpol's investigation into the underground auction. And this murder occurred during that auction. It would be negligent of me not to pursue leads pertaining to related parties, especially the victim. My, you've really become quite the force to be reckoned with, haven't you, my dear?
Are you shitting, son? Hey, Twy. I guess Gavelle might be good? Maybe? So yeah, I'm shitting.
So she's just dumb. Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Twy.
Oh, and thank you for taking a moment. Let me stretch. Oh.
Then all parties are in agreement. The victim died from a blow to the head. The irony is, I was the one sent for the iPhone 17 launch trainings, and I had to burn my PTO. So I get to miss it, and all the potential problems that comes with that hell. Oh, nice. Sadly, the murder weapon itself has yet to be identified.
Hi, Drake. How are ya?
Based on this shape, I might have an idea or two. It's such a dad joke.
Hi, Drake. I'm Dad. But guys, I didn't turn up any other weapon during my investigation.
The murder weapon. Have you considered it might be the thinker? Of course. If something smells, it's usually the butts. And yet, one need only think about the setting and an auctioneer's tools, and the answer should be obvious. An object with a circular surface used in an auction. We're obviously talking about Elio, quick, name a pink ghost for me. Bobo. Don't think it'd be any of these, so auctioneer. Obviously. What would an auctioneer have readily at hand? I can only think of two pink ghosts off the top of my head. Bobo. They're related to Bobo. An auctioneer's hammer, of course. They're cousin twice removed because they're missing a bunch more Bobobos.
But we never found one of those.
If the auctioneer was indeed the killer, it does seem a likely candidate for the murder weapon.
If not that, then Sunday.
Because I want ice cream. But without the evidence to support your theory, it remains nothing more than that. Oh, I have just the evidence you need right there. This piece of evidence strongly suggests that the auctioneer's hammer was the murder weapon. The hit to the head? Bobo probably would have a ghost cousin. The amount of people that buy a new iPhone and drop them, which breaks them within the first week, would astound you. And these people get pissed that there's no parts ready to repair because the damn phone just came out. Drives me up a wall. God. I don't know if you've actually seen the anime. It's insanity. Yeah, I have. I remember watching some. I think it was on Cartoon Network, right? Let me read some of these. No. Oh! The sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Oh!
Take that!
Miss Hart told us something very important about the auction after the murder occurred. She said that the very prominent sound of the auctioneer's hammer could no longer be heard. Oh, you sent me Bobo? They are... Oh, Bobo! So cute! That's a cute Bobo. It's a little ghosty. Now, why would that be? Drop test, but did they try the microwave test? Yeah, I would not be surprised if some people bought iPhones to do drop tests for their YouTube channel and then get upset when it actually breaks. I'll tell you why. Because it had just been used in a murder and was covered in the victim's blood. It would need to be disposed of, isn't that right, Chairman Winner? I'll have our people look into this right away. Oh, you really are like a dog with a bone, aren't you, dear boy? But if you can't dedicate yourself to a cause when you're young, what can you, hmm? You are sweating, my guy. I love Bobo. Bobo is very cute. He seems very confident we'll never find it. Did I ever tell you the story of the time I accidentally interacted with a ghost once? I don't think you have. What happened? Did you do a Luigi board? He seems very confident we'll never find it. Did I recently have to process a whole unit replacement? He opened the box and dropped it on the counter, which cracked the new replacement and got pissed when we had to pay again because he broke it again. Oh my god. Maybe you should have learned to be careful the first time, buddy. Very well. A search for the murder weapon will be conducted. In the meantime, this court is in recess. Oh. Okay, yeah, so we're probably not finishing this today after all. But I doubt we have that much left, so we'll probably finish it tomorrow. A Luigi board. Who did you try to kill? Waluigi. He's had it too good for too long. April 6th. Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. Chamber. Silence in the courtroom, please. Miss Von Karma, if you'd be so kind as to update us on the progress of the search. It's not good news, I'm afraid. The entire big building has been searched from top to bottom. And no auctioneer's hammer was found anywhere. That is bad news indeed. Then, we have no choice but to move ahead with the verdict. What do you mean? Ah, such a terrible shame. But I suppose only a fool would have left the murder weapon behind. It's certainly not what I'd expect from a first-rate criminal mind. No, there's just not enough to work with here. I can't carry us any further on my own. So, back in college, I was 19 or so. I was living in a share house. It was smaller and less formal. They for some reason bought an old mansion. Well, a small house, but expensive. No idea why. Maybe just greed? But they needed to write it off as a business expense. So they had students go there to do homework. What? That's crazy. Yes, it really is a tragedy. But such is life, I suppose. I was just thinking back over the defendants I've made plea deals with over the years. People who poured their hearts out to me, and trusted me with every detail of their crimes. And then, when it came to their sentencing, I recommended life in prison every time. For every single one.
I guess you won't mind if you get sent in there for life then too, huh?
Oh, if only you could see them. That stupid, dumbfounded looks on their faces.
Bro, why are you broadcasting how obviously evil you are? The verdict will now be passed. All present will accept the goddess's word as law.
So I went there and I forgot where I heard this. I think one of the other tenants of the share house told me there were ghosts there. So one day, we went to do homework and I had to use the restroom. Oh my god, did the ghost ask you for the red or the blue paper? There's nothing more I can do. Kay and I are both... If only we had some proof. I never imagined I would be passing judgment on you under such circumstances. The end of the road, huh? So you went upstairs to the unused bedroom and you went to the bathroom? Oh?
Wait! What? Kamada?
Just got a notification from Kamada. All hail Shadow because Edgy Boy is getting you a copy. Aww. Thank you so much, Kamada. And thank you to your rep, too. Thank you. Well, if anyone wants to play Sonic Racing, I got it. Read the note. Yeah, that was really sweet. Thank you, Kamada. Imagine being such a shit lawyer that you and your client get sent to jail. Excelsius winner. The court hereby indicts you for your crimes. Oh, whoops. Got auto-modded. You sat down and as a joke, I just said, hey, any ghosts? I'm about to poop. So stop watching, perverts. I wish. $1 billion. 1 billion Australian dollars. It's gonna be a Skullgirl situation. Maybe. Excelsius winner. This court hereby indicts you for your crimes. What? Huh. What on earth's gotten into you, Verity? I submit for the court's consideration the case file of a certain incident. Namely, the IS-7 incident, a murder that took place 18 years ago. At that exact moment, a light bulb on the mirror exploded. Like shards of glass everywhere. I was unhurt, but still, whoa. I guess they really didn't want anyone to watch you poop. I'll see what I could do, Moggy, but I was just allocated the one. I appreciate it again, come on, thank you. Yeah, also, if I applied for the content creator thing. I don't think I got in. But if I do, I will send you it, Moggy. And what does that file have to do with... Wait, you mean... So I said, fine, geez, if you want to watch that bad, go ahead. And that was my real ghost story. A late night's visit to this chamber. That was too... Precisely. I came here to retrieve these documents. Though sadly, it would seem that I arrived too early to catch the auction itself. Oh, what's this?
Gamer! That's me!
It's just a photo of Ellie. You can't just leak that.
Yeah, why'd you dox me? And you're sharing my face.
Not exactly a horror movie, but that's great. That sounds like a scene from like one of those comedy horrors. When we spoke of the matter before, I implied that I had come to retrieve files pertaining to your own case. You'll have to forgive me. That was a ruse to buy myself more time. Oh.
What the heck are you doing, Gavelle? You can't just accuse my dad! Without proper grounds, it's deformation!
That's not the right word. An excellent observation, Eustace.
It is?
And of course, I have the grounds to make such an accusation. 18 years ago, Mr. Manfred von Karma had some details about the victim's body fabricated. Details he forced to fabricate when the sculptor Artie Frost's body went missing. My papa? Fabricating information? What is the meaning of this? Poor Franziska. She's gotta continually find out shit about her dad like this. Like, first she had to find out that, like, her dad murdered her little brother's, like, biological dad. Which I imagine fucked her up a lot. And now this, jeez. Especially because I imagine she took the path of being a prosecutor, like, trying to be like her dad. So, it must hurt. Ian Sideman, the detective originally assigned to the case, did in fact report that the body had gone missing. Oh my god, it's Sideman! However, it seems that a certain someone wasn't very pleased with Mr. Von Karma. You know it's true, because it's simultaneously surreal, but also shockingly mundane story. Yeah, if only you like, had like one of those EMT, EF, whatever readers. Or like recorded it or something, that would have been funny. And deliberately withheld that information in order to bring him down a few pegs. What? This individual refuses to allow anyone to go against their wishes, or to challenge their power. And they're known to go to extreme lengths in order to bring those who defy them to heel. 18 years ago, they were no different. In fact, they even ordered Dr. Hertz to create a fake autopsy report for the IS-7 incident. What? She was responsible for the fake report?
Oh, wait. You have to understand. Grandma, she's not a bad person. She had to do what he said. She didn't really have any choice.
The person in question was the chief prosecutor at the time. You! The chief prosecutor 18 years ago. No! The man who gave Papa the first penalty of his career. Excelsius winner, it was you. Grandma might be a bad person. Also, doesn't that also kind of mean Excelsius also was part of what drove Manfred to, like, shoot Edgeworth's, like, dad? Because he had that mark on his record? I don't know if that was decided during the trial or not, but if it was, that probably was what drove him to want to kill him. The chief prosecutor at the time, Lana, it was you. That and the... Have you guys seen those posts about Manfred? Where it's like, he had lead poisoning?
Objection!
Oh, what are you all talking about? My dad would never do something like that.
Overruled.
I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Jokes aside, yeah, it was him who did it. Wow. This guy sucks. Like, gave Manfred his penalty. Yeah, so that's part of what caused, like, everything again. I'm sorry, Eustace, but your opinion on the matter is not needed here. Well, Chairman Winner, do you have anything to say for yourself? Oh, that nonsense with the body. That was Manfred's doing. Such a willful boy. And the fake autopsy report? Hilda, how could you? I can't believe you naughty kids would do such dishonest things behind my back.
So why didn't good old Manny try to get revenge on Excelsius? Maybe he would've.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
If Phoenix didn't get in the way. He could just ask her why she did it. She is standing right over there after all. Damn you, Phoenix. If only Phoenix didn't do it, he would have killed him.
Wait, Grandma can't. She's out. Grandma, I'm sorry. I knew. That's why Right, exactly. If I didn't, everybody would have found out about what you did. They said she was gonna charge you if I didn't help them with their plan. He said that he would, I just had to do what the auctioneer said.
Ooh, you gonna burn your beard, buddy? So, you were coerced into it, were you, Nurse Needler? And just to be clear, the auctioneer was Chairman Winner.
I'm sorry, but I honestly don't know. The person forcing me to help them was the auctioneer. And they definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman. But I never saw their face.
Bunny, stop. Is it still staticking? Okay, what about now? Is it still staticking? It's okay? Tentatively fine? Did it briefly? Okay, what about now? No, it's still there. What about now? What about now? Is it still doing it? It's good now? Also, no, I did not add a filter. Yay, it's fixed! Yippee! I didn't notice it at least. Okay. I promise you it was still there. Okay. No worries. But it's gone now, right, Dwarf?
They definitely looked to be about the same build as the chairman, but I never saw their face.
For the moment, you... Okay, how about now? We good? It was fine already. Oh, I thought... Okay. I thought when you said for the moment, yes, it wasn't. For the moment, yes, it is not. I don't know. No background. It sounds good. Okay. Yeah, it was fine? Okay. I misunderstood. Well, there must be something. Well, see, the thing was, Dwarf, you said it after you said, I promise you it was still there. So that made me think that you were saying, for the moment, yes, it's still there. Well, there must be something. Any detail, no matter how small, will do.
Oh, wait! Their mask didn't cover their whole face. And the part that wasn't covered had a tattoo on it. I remember that much for sure.
It's much quieter though, so I get it. A tattoo?
Objection.
A coup. This all sounds very dramatic, but I don't really know what you're talking about. There's no tattoo anywhere on my face. I think I'd know if there was one, wouldn't you? Which means I can't be the ringleader, no matter how much you might want me to be. Only I hope you can figure out who this shameless manipulator might be. Is this just Shelly again? Shelly the killer. Again. For the second time.
Overruled.
Your contempt for this courtroom is an insult to the goddess. Are you sure it's not you who's feeling insulted here? I am not the only one who has been trying to bring you to justice. Miss Ringer has been trying too. And I refuse to let her sacrifice be in vain. Young Rosie was looking to take me down, you say. But why? I barely knew her. A tattoo? You know he doesn't have a tattoo? Haughty. Therefore, using reverse psychology, it must be haughty. I've always had a certain magnetic charm, but I don't remember ever catching that particular eye. You barely knew the victim? Why, I do believe that is a new statement. The goddess demands that you offer your full testimony on the record. Did the killer just show up in case 1 to horror form and never again? Maybe. So, that's how this is going to go, You mean to hound me until I finally break? I prefer Gavelles' fan voice better. In fact, the only voice in this game I preferred to the original fan version is Eustace's. Really? I kind of like her voice in this, but then again, I haven't heard the fan version. I do know I definitely prefer the fan version for Gregory, though, because Twice showed me that one. Well, if that's the way you want to play it, fine. Thank God I get to stare at Ryoshu on my loading screens all week. Oh, you just dispensed her? I'll destroy you all. Every last one of you.
Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to work with you on this one. We can literally just arrest him. That was a threat. That was a threat. Well, the fan version of Gavelles had a British accent, which sounded nice. Oh. I doubt we'll get another chance to put him on the stand. So, let's make the most of this opportunity.
Of course, Your Honor. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Now, Chairman Winner, you will tell this court everything you know about Miss Ringer. Alright, I think here is a good place to end for today. So, we're not finishing it today, but we'll definitely finish it tomorrow. But yeah, I am going to go on a BRB to get some food in my stomach. And then when I'm back, we'll play some Mega Man.